Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of May 27 to June the 2nd. So your cards this week, Virgo, in this very interesting spread. Energies leaving, completing or transitioning, you have the Moon. Focus energies this week, you have the Hermit and the High Priestess, and you have the Sun coming out towards the end of the week. So here we are in June, Virgo, almost the middle of the year, and it's kind of that sense of sort of being in the thick of it. You know, we live our lives normally by the calendar year, so we're sort of in that mid-cycle of action with lots going on. So I find that an interesting energy. Now, your cards here too are very interesting, Virgo. You've got 4 out of 4 major arcana. So you are going through something really significant at the moment. We've got another couple of cards hiding behind the Moon and the Hermit, so we'll get into those soon. But the thing that I'm really hearing here is that this week is your eclipse week. You know, look at your bookends here, the Moon and the Sun. You've got the Sun eclipsing Moon energy this week. So it's kind of like you're coming out of a state of things being a little bit more, dimly lit and, that slight sort of sense of illusionary energy into your light, into your brightness here, into being able to see things for exactly how they are. So let's just take a look here. So you've got the Moon and the Page of Wands. So yeah, I sort of see this as a bit of a spiritual sense of journey here for you this week. So, you know, the Page of Wands is all about, being a free spirit and embracing that sense of adventure or self-discovery energy. And if you see in the card here that the Moon, we have the tame dog and the wild wolf howling at the Moon. So it's almost that sense of perhaps you've been in your tame energy leading up until now, but what's really happening now is that wild side of you is really starting to bark at the Moon. It's really starting to arc up and make a noise about wanting to be much more of a free spirit, wanting spiritual growth, Maybe you've been feeling literally like you've been a little bit in the desert on the inside, as in, feeling a little bit barren, just going through the motions, and what you're truly seeking is growth on a spiritual level. And you want more excitement, more adventure, more of a sense of self-discovery, more free spirit energy, rather than just being in that sort of ho-hum, tame dog energy. You really, really want to come into... I'm just getting distracted here because I'm just thinking of that book, Women Who Run with the Wolves. You're sort of coming into that very sort of primal, tribal energy. There is a solar eclipse happening for you this week. That's what I'm getting. And it's like you're moving from the sense with the Moon energy where you feel like your path is only dimly lit, and you're transitioning this week into where it is illuminated by full sun. From dimly lit to fully illuminated. Very interesting. So let's just see how that pans out this week. So the Hermit, or with the 5 of Cups. Yeah, so definitely, there is that sense that there's been... I'm just going to go like this because it's easier to see. There's that sense that there has been something lost. If you see the card in the 5 of Cups, she's there in a state of grief. She's, this almost like a figure of death in her black cloak, focusing on the 3 spilt cups, focusing on 3 lost opportunities, 3 things that didn't go right. But right behind her are 2 beautifully perfect cups, probably full of something glorious, right behind her that she's not really noticing. So there's that sense of, focusing on losses or focusing on sides of yourself that are not serving you, when what we really need to do is turn around and look for opportunities that are right there, ready to go. Now, with that Hermit energy, it sort of asks you this week to go within yourself and seek for the answers there. This is an internal journey. This is doing the inner work this week. The inner work from, moving from that tame energy, that tame dog energy that has you sort of feeling in a state of loss because you're not encompassing all sides of yourself, moving into your sort of primal energy that once you're in that energy and aligned with yourself, that's when you'll notice the opportunities that are right behind you, and you'll feel a lot more internally abundant. And this is really interesting too, guys, with that Hermit. Look, we've talked about the dim light and moving into your eclipse this week. And the Hermit is here with his little lantern with that star energy in it. So this is saying that by going inwards into your Hermit zone, you have the ability to start shining the light. In the middle of the week is where the light starts illuminating your path a little brighter, and you can see just one step at a time how you might move through this transition and move from this energy of grief that's been hanging over you into the energy where you see new possibilities, new cups behind you, new options for your life. But it's really calling you this week to go within to do that and to seek beyond the surface. So it's about talking about embracing a sense of spirituality, doing some self-development work to get there. That's what it's calling you to do. And you've got that with the High Priestess here too, which, she is also a bridge or a gateway from the physical realm into the intuitive, mysterious realm. So it's asking you to step through that gateway of yourself from, potentially you always focus on more like just the physical realm of yourself because you're probably just a really busy person trying to get stuff done, and you don't take that time to step through that gateway into your intuitive center, into your spirituality. And it's asking you to do that because that's where you can pick up this lantern of illumination and start to see your path a lot more clearly. It's about bringing all those sides together. Sorry guys, I know this sounds a little bit airy-fairy and spiritual, but I really feel like this is asking you to join those sides of yourself, to start illuminating yourself from the inside out. And that's the key for you to move forward in your life in a much more enlightened way. After going within, maybe doing some work this week, having some healing, talking to some people, meditating, whatever it is to you that means, going inwards into this Hermit energy, towards the end of the week, you're going to feel the sun energy coming in. The sun energy is almost that reward for doing the work. It's a beautiful omen of universal energy coming through to guide you. So it's almost like you picked up your lantern and you started the journey, and then you walked into the light, and now that light is going to carry on, pick you up, take you forward and guide you from there. So the sun is such a beautiful omen, one of the most positive cards, probably the most positive card in the tarot deck. It's about being universally guided. It's about positivity. It's about having the Midas touch in your life. And it just tells you that you're protected and you're guided. So you're really moving from a state of illusion to a state of enlightenment. That is your journey this week. You are going through a solar eclipse. So it's your solar eclipse this week, Virgo. So don't forget to go within yourself. Really try and connect with your spiritual and intuitive centers, because there is some kind of illumination to be gained from that, some kind of insight that you will gain that will move you into this energy. That's what I have for you this week, Virgo. Keep in mind, as a general reading, not every Virgo is going to find themselves going through this I'll say little spiritual awakening. You've got 4 major arcana. I think it's quite significant going through this transition. So we'll see you for another reading next week, Virgo.